The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Real side. Hey, side.
Faking the give, Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36.
They run straight ahead with Corum.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A shotgun snap for Darnold.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Carlson able to put this one through, and the opening drive of the game yields 3.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Attack!
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
15.
They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in for the touchdown. Trey Tucker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lumberjacks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still on his feet. And down to the 27-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
15.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, 57.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And it's straight. It's Pacheco. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 5 from the 8.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Finding room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
20. Down the left sideline.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big pickup of 38. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Touchdown!
Brock Bowers.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lumberjacks are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Look at the big man rumble.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions.
There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown! A big play there. 70 yards.
And the Lumberjacks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he returns this to the 22.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelce. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
He finds his man complete. That's Manning. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. To throw is Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the air again, Darnold. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now it's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Fire down these two.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now here's Mahomes. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelce. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Now Patrick going to change the play. Now it's Mahomes again. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Yellow.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Eye on these two. Eye on these two.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now Mahomes going to shift him around. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, bank at the 39-yard line. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Go 80. Here we go, set. Hey, set.
Corum now on first and 10.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
Touchdown!
Trey Tucker.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lumberjacks have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Yellow.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll run with a former Bruin. This is Carson Steele.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Butker's kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he'll get this to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Darnold. Short throw caught by Bowers.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Faking the give, Darnold. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
15. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Attack!
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Able to find Gray here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, Ripley!
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 57. Safety, yellow, 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 yellow. Right side.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Yellow. Right side.
Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
Right side.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Right side.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Hey,
Now the
57,
defense will
57.
burn their 3rd and
Yellow.
final timeout.
Left.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the
Right
first
side.
down.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Right side.
Here's Darnold. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. Look at the big fella go.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now 1st and goal.
Go side. Side.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Go side.
Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Yeah, Darnold's going to change the play.
Right side.
Now Darnold. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
Yellow. Okay.
Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd down.
Hey, Sunday.
Mahomes will throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. Down to the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.